Good morning, coming at you again live with Caressa. I'm Kristen Chapman. Again, I am the new Health and Wellness Coordinator at the Senior Centers housed over at Heritage, but we are here at Bear Creek today and we are going to bring to you another recipe. The second recipe, which is for the month of December, is a nice roasted glazed carrot recipe. And it smells and looks delicious. So I'm hoping that all of you can try it sometime this month, and just as soon as you see how super simple it is. And I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right in, right?
Get started.
All right, so I guess we can go ahead and tell you what all you're gonna need for this. It literally only has about 3 or 4 ingredients to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. What all are we gonna need today?
So you need about 8 medium carrots. Make sure they're peeled and cut. I cut mine into 3s. You need about a tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of honey, a dash of salt and pepper. Do it to taste, okay? All right, so first you start off washing, peeling, and cutting your carrots. I cut mine, like I said, into 3s. It's all up to you, and that's all you do.
You only need about 8 medium carrots to make this work. If you would like to add more, just maybe up your ingredients a little bit less, just lessen them just a tad. Okay, so you can take whatever kind of carrot you want and buy that type of carrot. If you like them a little sweeter, you can buy sweeter carrots. Just whatever you want will do with this recipe, okay? So the second thing that you're going to dump into your carrot mixture is a tablespoon of olive oil. So you can use whatever kind of olive oil you want. My favorite kind is the extra cold press, but again, you can use whatever you want. We're going to go ahead and dump that in right now, and we're just going to drizzle it over the carrots because we're going to mix all that up in just a few minutes, okay? All right, the next thing that we have on our list of ingredients is the honey. We have a local grown honey from Georgia right here, but you can use whatever kind of honey is to your tasting as well. So we're going to have how much of this?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons. Let's see if I can hold it still. And again, if you want this mixture, or if you want your glaze to taste a little sweeter, feel free to add a little bit more honey. This again is just to your taste. So if you don't want it quite as sweet, or you're trying to watch your sugar, you can go a little bit less. That's totally up to you, okay? So we're gonna dump our 2 tablespoons of honey in there. And then, before we stir it all up, we're gonna go ahead, and we chose, you'll notice in your newsletter on the recipe, it says you can use method 1 for cooking this recipe, or method 2. We chose, I think we did 2. We're gonna do method 2 today, okay? And we just chose that because we wanted our carrots to be a little bit more brown. If you don't want your carrots as brown as that, then you could choose method 1. So we're going to go ahead, since we chose method 2, and put our salt on beforehand. Is that correct?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
All right.
So just salt to your tasting.
Salt to taste. I prefer sweet over salt. So that's all I put.
Very nice.
And then you just stir. Make sure you get all that honey over those carrots. It's already looking good.
That glaze is just going right over those carrots, and the more you glaze them, the more that is going to cook onto that carrot, and the browner it's going to be. So again, you like them really glazed, add more of the sauce. If you don't like it quite as glazed, you can go a little bit easier on that glaze, okay?
And that's it.
Beautiful. You want to add some pepper? I know it doesn't say. I like a tad bit just for the coloring and just for it to look a little bit more put together, I guess you would say. And then we are ready. I mean, that is absolutely it. We're ready. So again, remember I told you this is a air fryer recipe. So we have a large air fryer here. If you have a smaller air fryer, that's fine. It does work out better if you want to go ahead and dump those in the air fryer. You'll notice that I have, here I'll put it right here for you, that I have lined the air fryer with parchment paper. Okay, so parchment paper just kind of gets that brownness, that crispiness that you're looking for with your foods. So you're going to line your air fryer with parchment paper, and then you're going to want to make sure that your carrots are more in a single layer so that the convection oven, or the air fryer rather, can get to all of those carrots, okay? And we're going to, after we make sure those are in a single layer, we're going to pop those into the air fryer. We're going to set our actually, yeah, we're gonna set our temperature in our air fryer. We're gonna set that to a 360, okay? So once we set that to 360, we're gonna bake it, or I guess set our timer rather, for 20 minutes. About halfway, so about a 10-minute mark, you're gonna stop and you're going to flip those carrots, okay? Or just kind of turn over, make sure that glaze is still nice and gooey on those, and make sure they're getting brown. But flipping them allows this other side to go ahead and start getting brown as well. So at 10 minutes, you're gonna wanna stop that and get those out and flip them, okay? So yumminess. We're gonna let that cook, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it's done. You wanna go ahead, Caressa?
Da, 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 da.
And it's beautiful. And if you want to add for your Christmas table or anything like that, some company coming over, you want to add some rosemary or some thyme or anything like that with fresh herbs. That's what we did here with this, and it just honestly looks and smells delicious.
Yes, it does.
So, and again, if 20 minutes isn't quite enough, it's not quite brown enough for you, then just pop them back into the air fryer for a couple more minutes. But it's really as simple as that.
That looks good.
Yeah.
That looks good.
So I think we're going to go chow down.
Yeah, so that means we'll see you in January.
We'll see you in January for Kristen's Corner, the nutrition, I guess the nutrition edition.
That's right.
In January. You guys have a blessed holiday, and be safe out there and have fun with your family and friends, and we'll see you in January. Happy New Year.
See you next year.